biceps. See, you know, most people, when they do a back day or they do a pull day, they usually start with their back. They usually, they usually let the biceps work later because they're the smaller muscle. Not today. Well, not every other back day. This is the second day of testing the new way I found or learned that you can do the push-pull leg split, where you rotate the exercises you do first on the given day. Also, if you've been following for the past few episodes, you've probably noticed that my biceps are just lacking entirely. And I think it's because I've been doing so many back exercises that also incorporate my biceps. So instead, today, we're starting with it. And I have high hopes. I think we're gonna be able to do pretty good. First, we're gonna start with seated one-arm curls. You only need one dumbbell for this because you're only doing one arm at a time anyways. Also on this exercise, I've learned that you can also do these assisted negatives where you pull your arm back up and go slowly down as slowly as you can. And those get a great full extension of the bicep. Let's try 30s and see how heavy this is. Start with the left arm. Yeah, we're not trying to tear our bicep here. We're really just trying to get that full exhaustion on every single set. And my suspicions are already confirmed. I can already do plenty more reps with this exercise because we're starting with it. I think that was about 8, so now we do the same with the right arm, which is so much stronger, it's not even funny. Simulate those slow negatives. Oh, no, it's giving out. Yep. Ooh, yeah, okay. That was pretty, ooh, that feels good. Can confirm, I feel that. Can confirm, this is great. This is already working. Being able to work out my biceps and target them is probably gonna be great for, let alone the, the flexing sesh that I like to have at the end of all my workouts. Let alone that, I think that, I'm being presumptuous, but I've been doing a lot of online researching and looking at things. And yeah, apparently this is the only right way to do push-pull legs instead of just falling into a supreme routine of starting on your push day with bench press, barbell bench press, and then going into shoulders and then doing your triceps last because that's how the bros do it. No. We're gonna let some science seep into this channel about being a gym goblin, let alone a gym rat, okay? I get this question all the time. I don't, I'm making it up. What's the difference between a gym rat and a gym goblin? Well, a gym rat, I think, just means that somebody who, their main hobby is that they go to a gym and that they, live there, they live at the gym. No, a gym goblin, when you're playing a video game with a friend, and anytime a chest or, loot is available, they're the first to get there, somehow. You might have all the movement gear, everything, but they somehow get there first. I crave getting to the loot, the figurative loot that is more gains, more hypertrophy, strength, definition, everything. I want it. I crave it like a greedy teammate on a RPG. That's me. Ooh. Yeah, oh yeah, feels pretty amazing actually. I'm enjoying starting here for what feels like the first time in my life. I don't know if I've ever started an exercise with biceps. This feels unbelievably strange. The worst part though, is that the headphones are dead.
Oh no.
Oh, I know. Oh, the pain that is seeping into my system currently is only satiated by the fact that the gym I go to actually has a pretty banger playlist most of the time. So it's actually not that bad. I wonder how bad or good I'm gonna do at the hammer curls. Last set. Oh. Ooh. Oh my God. Unbelievable exercise. That is astonishingly tiring for just using a 30-pound weight. Do I got that shit on, guys? Do I got that shit on? I think I got that shit on. All right, we're gonna try hammers with the 30s. Should be frankly pretty average. Yeah, all right, I can do it. I've always been here for the all black fits, dude. And in the gym, they make you feel like you're 10 times cooler than you actually are. I'm actually a pretty normal, average, not that cool dude. So it's nice to feel something other than mediocrity, you know? But you know, as a redhead or a ginger, whatever you want to call me, black looks really good on us because we have super pale skin. So the contrast is awesome. Just gonna push for these last reps, even though I know this is not good form. But my left arm and my right arm are almost giving out at around the same area. Whew. Even though they're, you know, relatively not the same strength at all. Who knows, maybe my left arm has just been so far behind I haven't been able to tell how close they really are. But I can tell you right now, the left arm is lacking, and it's sickening. I'm finally cementing into a diet, actually. I'm not on a bulk or a cut. I was extremely lazy for the past few months of my life, which means I put on some weight, which means my goal is to lose fat and put on muscle. You know, I think this was a myth around the time when I started working out, that you couldn't gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. It's not like they're turning into each other, but it is that you're building muscle and also losing fat. That's my goal. And I also want to gain a little bit of weight. I don't know. My goal weight, who knows? As good as I can look. How about that? Oof, I can feel it in my brachialis. Yeah, this is, I can definitely feel so much more strength in my arms because I'm starting here. It obviously makes so much sense. It's just that you don't think about it, okay? Again, I've never started a workout day, I don't think, by starting with biceps. And I love biceps, all right? They're one of the coolest parts of a physique, okay? Not as cool as abs, but they're pretty cool. Like, is it just me? Or I can't remember a time when I was like, oh yeah, let me get into this gym so I can do some curls. No, it was, okay, I'm almost done with my workout, time for curls, you know? Also forearms. The forearm gains are happening, right? Kind of. Ooh, kind of, a little bit. Let's round this out. All right. Oh, now that's the hammer curls I know. Yep, okay. All right, we're trying out a new angle for the pull-ups. Oh. Oops. You know, I'm gonna get really far away so you guys can see the whole form. But mostly because I want to see my whole form, honestly. The fit's gonna look less cool now, but you know. When it comes to pull-ups, you got to be able to move around, right? I wonder how starting with biceps is going to affect this, because I think last week we did 20 on the first set, which is pretty crazy. You know, that's kind of close to my old max on pull-ups, but 20 is nothing to scoff at. It's pretty good. All that being said, I'm not getting 20, okay? Biceps play not necessarily the most important, but an important role in your pull-up ability. So starting with biceps means these are going to get tanked. That's just how it is. About as bad as I thought. 14 is not great. Not great. I'm not really feeling any fatigue in my back. Well, oh, there it is. Just a little bit. It means we're going to have to rely on volume for back fatigue tonight. It is what it is, you know? Sometimes you got to sacrifice back gains for body gains and vice versa. I just didn't know that. I've always felt like my biceps could do more, man. Now I know why. I've been neglecting them like a terrible father. And these still work your biceps, so, you know, this is a bi-focused day, all right? It's nice to be able to do reps, though, with my left arm. It feels right. It feels like I should have been able to do that. And I was. You live and you learn, right? That's the best part about this. You know, there's a lot of toxicity in the gym community, mostly due to, how dare you enjoy a bite of a bagel after cutting to below 5% body fat 2 weeks. How dare you enjoy a bite of a bagel? I saw a TikTok or an Instagram reel or something where a guy was like, I was cutting below 10% body fat for 2 weeks, and this is my first bite of real food, and it was like a toasted bagel with nothing on it. And the comments were just people being like, oh, that's so mid. How dare you enjoy something so boring and normal? Like, how dense and stupid are you? And then I remember it's the internet, and just about all of the stupidest people are the people who spend the most time on the internet and comment the most and get the most recognition because everybody else is so stupid, yada yada. No offense to anybody who said something stupid online before, okay? I've been there too. But like, can we all just like try to help each other instead of being assholes? Kind of 10, not really. That last one I didn't really get up, so feels like I'm not even getting as far up as I normally can. Usually I can bring my chest to the bar, but I think that's just because my biceps are tired, so it's not really happening. I still feel it a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get one more set in, but it's probably gonna be somewhere around 8 to 6 reps. This is not gonna go well. Like I thought. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, the new hotness on the block is kneeling rows. Take God's perfect attachment off right here. So sad. I hate to see him go. We disconnect the middle bit here, realize that there's already 2 attachments here and I didn't need to go looking for them, and I'm still gonna use the one I went to find. 20 pounds was too light. I made loud noises. And pull, ooh. So let's go to 35. Kneel on the end here. And pull. Realize your camera has a terrible angle. Oh yeah. Oh, I feel this. Immediately go into this second set here. Ah. Now that felt insane, okay? I obviously found this online and it looks like I'm doing a little too much in the gym, but if it looks cool and it works, that's all I have ever cared about in the gym. Exercise look cool, exercise work. They have a kid and that's this exercise and it's awesome. Like honestly, apparently the science behind the kneeling row, I think is what this is called, is that this is the exercise. This is the one you want to do for lateral growth. So who am I to argue with people who know more than me and do it for a job? I'm shaking. That means there's tension somewhere. Oh, that's it right there. I found the form finally. Oh, I feel that. Yep. Shit. Yeah, so watching people online does not translate to you know how to do the exercise. What it does translate to is you now know it exists. Why did I say it like that? You know the exercise now. So what you can do is you can do a trial and error to figure out what works. First, I pulled it to my chest. I was working like the upper back. What I want to work is my lats. So I kept going lower until I felt it. And it was when I brought it from here to about my side, or kind of towards your belly button, but still towards the side of your body because it's one arm, you know? What I do know is that I felt it above all else in my lats, and that was crazy. Shit. Ah. 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 Ooh. All right, one more downward pulling motion, and then we'll go to the lower back. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do about 100 on this. I think this is 100 pounds. This specific machine doesn't tell you. It basically says, figure it out, bozo. Oh, too heavy. Ooh, that felt pretty insane though. I felt that pull like crazy. Why is my camera drifting? I don't know why it's doing that. There is a pretty strong fan above us, but that doesn't usually move cameras. How dare the gym not be level so that my camera doesn't tilt to the left? It's just disgusting, you know. The world, it's built against me, okay? I'm joking. Oh my, I swear to God, it's satire. Please Please don't kill me. Okay, yeah, 10 or I'm guessing 100 was too much. So we're gonna go down to the interval that would be 9 or 90. The back pump feels ridiculous though, that's for sure. Those, those one-arm lat pulls, those kneeling lat pulls, insanity. Loved them. They're so good. I recommend trying them. They feel cool. Oh, they're playing Fall Out Boy on the speakers. Don't fuck with me, I'm in the zone. Like I said, you know, my headphones died at the beginning of this exercise, and I think it has been making me more sleepy, but they put Fall Out Boy on. I probably just put the most embarrassing picture of the lead singer on screen because I think he is just the silliest man. It is a little strange to think that I could probably do my body weight on this if I didn't start with pull-ups first. So I think actually the first back exercise I want to do on my bicep days, since I'm gonna suffer on pull-ups anyways, might be this. Somebody's gonna clip this and be like, yeah, Lewis, you fucking idiot, you forgot to do this thing you said in a video 3 months ago. Sorry, dude. Now for the coolest looking exercise in the gym, bar none, the lower back. I'm pushing too hard with my legs. Yeah, but I'll call that the first set. That felt weird. I was just doing it a little wrong. There we go. Oh my goodness. You know, I decided to only do 2 sets on that exercise because, frankly, I worked my hamstrings by accident, and I don't want to accidentally do it more. Those back genetics are kind of crazy. That is something I know to be true. I don't even have to work out that hard, and then my back starts looking like this again. And the bicep pump is still lingering. That was a successful day. That was a successful day. I like the idea of rotating my exercises, and so far for the first 2 days, it's felt like it's doing stuff and it's working. So it could just be literally just me hoping it does. Hoping hard enough that this will somehow catapult my gains into the stratosphere. Can I do a vacuum? Nope, I don't have that control yet. We'll get there. He says, can I do a vacuum yet? He says randomly out of nowhere for the first time in his life. Hey, I saw people doing it online, and if I can't do it, that means I'm a worthless piece of shit. Just kidding. Don't think that way, okay? Even if you have body dysmorphia, which I think I do. I was diagnosed with it like a long time ago, unofficially from a psychiatrist. I might still have it. Who knows, dude? But what I do know is that I'm happy you were here. It was a lot of fun exercise. Tomorrow is leg day. Appreciate your time. Stay tuned for on my next break day, I think I'm gonna do a, my diet episode. I think I'm gonna do a dieting episode or even like a grocery haul video. So with that being said, stay tuned. Big things to come from this channel. I am just happy you're here. So stick around, you know, even if it's just for the gym vlogs and the yapping. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe, please. Does that mean, if I say please, does that mean anything? Love y'all. Love y'all. Give me your song recommendations in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Just kidding, that's not my outro. Have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Later.